One of the beautiful part of politics and democracy for me is the consistency that comes with the politicking and the back and forth that a lot of people don't even see coming. I'm very sure that except you have maybe the eye of the gods, or you have a way where the gods speak to you, you wouldn't have expected that the honorable speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly would be impeached yesterday. Well, we were just at the office, and then the news just filtered in, and then a lot of people started asking, "Is this rumor? Is this true? Can this be confirmed? Is this legitimate? Is this real? Is this?" I mean, words just started flying out, and then we reached out, pressed some buttons, and then it became very clear that the number three man in Lagos would have to step aside. And then Lagos at the moment has got the first female speaker of the House of Assembly. That's Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda. Well, it's been a news story right now, and everybody is asking, what next for Mudashiru Obasa, the man that has held sway for 3 times? This is his third space, and you ask yourself again, what usually happens to the speakers of the Lagos State House of Assembly? It's always one issue to the other. We're waiting as they speak until anything has changed between yesterday and today. The former speaker, Honorable Obasa, is still not in Nigeria yet. And then we saw videos yesterday where some boys report or suggestively loyal to the impeached speaker, wanted to create one or two scenes at the complex of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and then the police were absolutely preemptive of what they were up to, and a couple of people were picked up. The politics, maybe of 2027, who succeeds the current governor of the state? Yes, that's Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. It's tough. I was talking to a friend this morning, and he says, whether it's Babajide or it's Olushola or it's Sanwo-Olu, whoever it is, whether it's Ambode, whether it's Fashola, that there's something unique about who becomes the governor of Lagos that sometimes you don't even see them coming. I mean, the way the former governor, being the former chief of staff to the then governor, talking about former governor Fashola, a lot of people probably didn't see him coming. Well, there was Femi Pedro, the then deputy governor, in the mix. There were a lot of other people, and then there was Fashola out of nowhere. There was also former governor, but a lot of people also feel like, hey, he's not exactly within the political space of the states, and out of nowhere, being the former accountant general of the states. And before we say Jack Robinson, he's been sworn in as the governor. And of course, here came in as the current governor, right from the comfort of his office at Lɪධ̀vě right here, being the former director of an agency. And out of nowhere, he became governor. He's doing his second time in office right now. And somebody said, "Oh, is the politics ahead of 2027? Is the permutation?" And I said, the permutation does not exist in Lagos. The permutation began from 1999, and it's just a script that continues to play out. It's going to be tough going forward in terms of predicting what happens next. But the most important thing is that Lagos, the House of Assembly in Lagos, is under a new leadership. And so, as we speak, we have Madam Speaker, Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda. My friend said there's been some meandering that brought in the Miranda onto the political scene of Lagos from Apapa constituency 1. And that is where the pendulum is swinging to. I mean, one man's meat is another man's poison. A lot of people were rejoicing. Oh, the daughter of the sword, the princess, now we have one of their own. She's interesting. Former chief whip of the house, former deputy speaker of the house as well. Now she's the speaker. Well, I'm going to play a very short insert, as that is the voice of Honorable Abiodun Tobon from Ekpe constituency 1. He addressed the press yesterday, immediately the impeachment of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was carried out by 32 of the 40 House of Assembly members. I mean, that's more than a quorum. That's almost 90% of the members. So it's almost like a unanimous impeachment. And immediately, the Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda was sworn in And then she'd also paid a courtesy visit to the Governor's Advisory Council in Lagos. Would also play the voice of the new Honorable Speaker of the Lagos House of Assembly. The first you would hear is Honorable Abiodun Tobun from 𝐴̀pẹ́ constituency 1, addressing the press immediately after the new speaker was sworn in. And then the next voice you get to hear is the voice of the new speaker. Welcome to the Situation Room live on Mainland 98.3 FM. We always run this conversation every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. 90 straight minutes of conversation around politics, leadership, governance, accountability, and there's no other word you want to express than listening to my guests on the show today. We'll break it up a little bit. We'll also take a quick step off the political conversation and discuss improving policing in Nigeria. I mean, we've talked about, maybe some of the reforms that are needed in various sectors of the economy, and security would have to take a front seat in this conversation. How do we improve on the little gains that we've had? Well, it looks like there's some form of stability right now with Inspector General of Police. I will talk about all of that. What more do we need to do, especially in improving the relationship between the police and the people that are supposed to police? We'll talk about all of that on the show today, but we're going to focus more on the drama that happened at the Lagos State House of Assembly yesterday. By the way, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was impeached in absentia. He was not at the House of Assembly chamber yesterday when his impeachment was carried out. Stay with us. I'll play you two inside back to back. The first is Honorable Abiodun Tobun from 𝐴̀pẹ́ constituency 1, addressing the press yesterday after the impeachment of the former speaker, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa from Agege constituency. And the next voice you get here as well will be the voice of Madam Speaker, Right Honorable Mojisola Meranda. You're welcome to Lagos. Welcome to the politics that we get to live with every single day.
Of the House felt they've had enough of the Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, and today we have unanimously agreed that Right Honorable Mojisola Meranda Laspat become the new Speaker of the House. So it was a resolution concurred to by all members of the Parliament, and so be it. And Honorable Fatai Mojid Adebola as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. And as we speak, all the principal position has been dissolved, and all the standing committee has been dissolved. So the House, as you can see, we have resolved to work together and ensure that we move the Parliament to the next level.
To brief them about what happened at the House of Assembly yesterday, to seek their blessing, and which we have gotten. Thank you so very much.
Welcome to the show. That was just the deal breaker. Well, the voice you heard first was that of Honorable Abiodun Tobun, the member that is representing 𝐴̀pẹ́ constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, addressing the press immediately after the impeachment of Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And the next voice you heard was the voice of the Right of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Now we have Honorable Fatai Mojid Adebola as the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly. And the interesting part is that all of the standing committees were also dissolved. All of the principal officers were also changed on the floor of the House. I've read quite a lot of opinions about this. I've listened to a lot of people speak about this. I've listened to a lot of political analysts break it down to the details, the politicization of the impeachment, maybe wrong toes were stepped on. I really don't want to flow into that. I want to believe this is democracy at work. This is, when leadership is not functional, you think leadership needs a new face, it is bound for you to change them. And democracy is about numbers. So if you have about 32 members out of 40, removing the principal officers, I don't know how much we can politicize this issue, but hey, maybe this is me just speaking from the point of a layman. Maybe my guest today will help us understand some of these things. And my guest is a journalist, is a criminologist, a professional guardian and counselor, and a law administrator practitioner. Joseph Fᴏʟᴏᴡ is here, and it's going to be an amazing conversation on the show today. And let's start from Lagos. They say charity begins from home. Joseph, I'm sure you were somewhere yesterday. Maybe you were even within the House of Assembly complex. I mean, and then somebody just told you, "Oh, Joseph, Obasa don't go." I'm sure that's the conversation that ensued yesterday. Did you see that coming? I'm not talking about maybe build up of the allegations, maybe the alleged 42.3 billion for purchase of vehicles, the over 70 million for to use to build the gatehouse. I'm not even talking about all of those. I'm talking about that act eventually happening yesterday. Did you see it coming?
Well, okay, first, thank you for having me. And seeing it coming, there was some sign that something may likely happen, but it is only the time that one is not too sure. And okay, if you look at the challenges before what happened this week, during the time that the governor send a commissioner nominee, a lot of game, a lot of drama happened, but the governors or the executive were calm to be you screen some people, you return some people. I told you I was there throughout the whole period. People will come to the house, or God never come, you have to wait. And the rest
commissioner
of
nominees will have to wait for hours.
And see, up in my village, when a king sends someone message to you, whatever the way you treat that messenger
is the way you are treating the king.
You're treating the king that very way, and the king will be noticing some of all those things. And if you look at it, I think something that happened in the House of Assembly, the governor was very instead of him to verse, let me put it local language, it will just take it like this, as maybe that is some of the ways as leader people will do a lot of things, whether you are comfortable or not comfortable, just find a way to manage the situation, and it has been happening in that very way. And then secondly, if you now look at some of the conversation, the statement from the speaker, there are some, even though when you still go back to that still when they were screening the commissioner, of course, you can still recollect that conversation that we had when it was giving profiling of the governor, who you're a director, when I'm already been lawmakers and the rest of them. And to some extent, power belongs to God, or what I regard as nature. And sometimes, whether you like it or not, God can just decide, or nature can just decide and say, okay, in this place, this person should be the person anointed. Even if you look at the Bible, a lot of people were asking, when they say Jesus Christ is the Savior, they say, is he son of a carpenter? Mary, we know. So people were just giving a lot of narrative. Then coming up, okay, I used to say this to a lot of politicians, especially when people that are in position of authority. There are a lot of things that in that place that if you are not careful, it will blind you, or it will make you not to feel the sound of the pulse of the environment. The reason is, maybe I'll look at my balance in the account, my asset, and okay, what do I actually need? So who can talk to me? You understand? So I think some of those things that have been going on, and I believe a lot of the stakeholders in Lagos, they've been managing it. Then look at before then, why I say during December, between November and December, okay, I saw one letter. Someone showed me one letter, a very good friend of mine, that, Lagos State government will have a local government election this year. You understand it? As I'm talking to you, LISEC, that is the organization,
that's
the body,
Lagos
agency.
State Independent Electoral Commission.
I'm talking to you, I don't know if they have, Atlanta, they did have commissioner, and I believe that the executive have intimated that they need to have the commissioner in LISEC so that they can actually start setting up how the election we go, because election involve a lot of investment, time, effort, and the rest of it. It's not going to be like maybe 2 months, 3 months to the expiration of the current chairman or chair lady of various SCD or local government in Lagos. Then you now start rushing, and there was no response. I even know someone who told me that they are even trying to go to court in respect of that. They want to know the direction of how the local government election will go. And for me, as people that are from outside looking at Obasa as a very strong politician, you will know that the local government election is very, very key, extremely very, very key. Then the other one is this. If you are a politician, a good politician, you know that I believe since the president assumed office as president, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, this is the first time I have a very long holiday.
Stay in Lagos.
And this make a lot of people to have access to him. And you know the way he is. It's not like that president that we scared a lot of people that people cannot reach him. There are some people who will go to his home in Bodlon, even no security can stop them not to have access
to the president.
And a lot of it may not be from the governor, but a lot of stakeholders have briefed the president. Since you have been in Abuja, this is what we observe
going on
in Lagos, and those reports, when it come, then they have to equally advise him too and say, okay, do you know what, we have the governor, the number one citizen of the state, double as maybe the leader of the party, and this man need a lot of respect. He need to work. Then the stakeholder too, they need respect, and that is the reason immediately the woman came into the office, he had to pay
She
visit.
went to visit the governor's advisory council.
Yes, he had to pay visit to them, because I still believe the issue of Gen Z, but leaders, we still need their wisdom, we need their knowledge, we need their share from their experience to tell us, how politics are being managed, because you are dealing. Politics is like the behavioral science, like natural science. 1 + 1 is 2. But behavioral science, okay, I can tell you, yes, 9 a.m., 9:30, something may happen. I'm changing my yes to become known to maybe some of your requests, and that's the reason. As a good politician, you have to only have constant touch with the people who make decisions, because those are actually the environment. Those people are the environment, unlike the environment you are talking of, drainage. No, what political environment? If you are not monitoring the dynamics in the political environment, this is what may come up. Then he's traveling to America. For me, I would have stayed until I am sure, because you know that when a president visits, there must be
some shake-up.
You would have been you have been monitoring a lot.
By the way,
of things.
yesterday was the first sitting in 2025. The House of Assembly was sitting for the very first time yesterday, but Joseph, you said a lot, probably from your own point of having some, inside information that a lot of us don't exactly have access to. But I've read quite a lot of articles in the last 24 hours. The many scenes of Obasa, why Obasa was removed, the end of a political dynasty, the mandate has crumbled. I've read a lot of all of these articles, but a lot of people have quoted almost all of the articles. Have made reference to statements made by the speaker. The body language during the screening of the commissioners was noted. But more importantly, when the governor presented the 2025 appropriation budget to the floor of the State House of Assembly last year, and let me read part of this particular statement. The now impeached speaker is responding to the budget of sustainability, which was made. Okay, let's just leave all of those details. And he said, Obasa appealed to Nigerians to be hopeful as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration works to ensure the nation's economic recovery. He also added that I have made it a personal task to mobilize people on the platform of the mandate. Note, the mandate is a platform that has been associated with the ambition, or reportedly associated with the ambition of Obasa. But he's saying that no, the mandate is a platform that he's put aside to galvanize support for Mr. President. He further went on to say that this mandate has been misconstructed by some political distractors and been a selfish aspiration on the ground for me to become the next governor of Lagos. He said, to this end, however, to correct this wrong impression, my concern is about building our party, and whatever we do is mainly for this cause, which is building the party. He now goes on to say that to the blackmailers who have embarked on the mission to distort and redefine our mission, let me state this clearly here. We intend to promote our party on the platform on the mandate. He says, and I quote, and also becoming the governor of the state is secondary. He didn't rule out that possibility. It's secondary. It is something that I have not given serious consideration. Nevertheless, that does not mean I'm too young or lack experience to run, whereas those who have been before me are not better off. Those before him includes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the governor from 1999 till 2007. From 2007 to 2011, there was 𝐴kínwùmí Ambode. From 2011 to 2015, we have from 2007
to 2000
from
2014 or 15.
No, from 1999 till 2007, there was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Governor then.
Yes. There's from 2007 to 2015, there was Babatunde Raji Fashola. From 2015 to 2019, there was 𝐴kínwùmí Ambode. From 2019 to 2023, there was Olúṣọlá Sanwó-Olú. Now, there is now same Sanwó-Olú running for the second term. So, in context, the impeached speaker says none of the people that had come before him are better off. Is that a statement that broke the camel's back?
Aside that, Okpe, as a student of cognitive psychology, there's this thing, this word they say, what the person did not say. One is what when he say what he's saying, what the person did not say. When he's saying what he's saying, that is, apart from this one he put at the front, you now need to investigate what he did not actually say, what is in his mind. But you only pick this few
what
things.
was not said but was heard in the same thing that was said.
Yeah,
clearly.
Okay, so you if you look at it, you are even talking of 1999. It means that from the inception of Lagos, is it all the past?
So the Jacondes of this
world,
world,
just name them is, and again, it's possible that what he's saying may be correct to him. Maybe he check their worth. You understand? Maybe their asset, the money in the bank account, just other things.
But even have the wealth of the seated president,
no.
Joseph.
You know their bank.
You are playing the devil's advocate. You are playing the devil's advocate. And I understand you very clearly.
So to me, power. If you are not careful, sometimes power will make people to say a lot of things. And you know, the words are just like a raw egg. Immediately it drop.
It's off.
Everybody interpret it the way he want to interpret. Because that statement or those statements, there's no basis for you to bring them. The governor presented the budget.
Just straight do the job budget. And move on.
You understand it? Whether you are galvanizing
support
for
on
the mandate or you are not. By the way, this is just, I'm sure, just 2 years into their whatever they want to do.
It's not even 2 years into the second term.
For you, making a lot of narrative on maybe 2027, to me, is neither here nor there. Then secondly, just like what you said from the beginning of this show, I think people should, those that are politicians in Lagos should understand the dynamics in politics and narrative in Lagos State, because there are some people that people were insinuating they will take over from the current president. Then none of them came up. You just see Raji Fashola. Then when Raji Fashola was going, Governor Raji Fashola then was going, people were thinking, oh, if it is not this, it is this. If it's not this, we see from just one corner, we see Governor 𝐴kínwùmí Ambode. When they were issue or about governor going to second term, not going for second term, people were not okay. Maybe the possibility is it could be this or that or this person. Before you know what is happening, you see
Just someone from nowhere.
From nowhere, Babajide came. So that template is still there. So what he would have been doing is to focus on his work. He would have focused seriously on his work. Then when 2026 come, that will lead to maybe the next governor 2027. If God and the power that be, the political environment in Lagos, say okay, it is Obasa, then you thank God. But the issue of pushing it become and again, sometimes you need to be careful of the people you interact with. You understand? What are your, in everywhere you find yourself, who are your reference group? Who are the people that you have conversation with? Because those people that you have conversation with either make you or mar you. People will come before you know. Currently, you see, if you go to some places, in respect of the local government election that we are yet to know the way it will go, the permutation, you will hear incoming. You understand? That's the next, maybe councillor or the next local government chairman. If you are not careful, you will be overwhelmed with, I should be the next.
And then when those things are being said in an open space where the authorities feel like, okay, so this is a seed that is growing already. Let me also quote something that was said on the day the budget was budget appropriation was presented to the floor of the House. The same now Honorable Obasa, then it was Right Honorable Obasa. He said, in addition, it is also important to correct the impression from some naysayers who have been insinuating that I made payments to seek blood relation in Ojo to validate my candidacy to run as governor. Of course, I've never denied the fact that I'm an Obasa, but rather I've never claimed to be related to Onikoyi or Oniru or any other popular Lagos family, as the case may be. I can indeed never run from the fact that I'm related to my Obasa family in Ojo, but I do not need local government to validate me to contest or run. If eventually I'm contesting, I will do so from Agege. These are statements that was made when a budget was being presented to the floor of the House.
Now,
is that misplaced priority, or is just saying too much?
Imagine that you are from those families that he mentioned. You understand? Are you not saying that those families are below you associating with them as the family? You understand? So that's why I say that public officials should be careful the way they utter some things, because this is budget. This is budget presentation. This one issue would have come, or maybe you can call a press conference to address like what
those
he's saying.
That is flying
okay,
around.
what would the governors and the people that follow the governor to the House, which message would they pick? That you come to present a budget,
and you are defending the rumors of your candidacy.
The next thing that you now be hearing, the issue of Onikoyi, all those guys. These are very respected family. They will ask, why is this man mentioning our name in budget, or do you want to share the money among this family? You understand? But people will not, what is actually wrong? Is there anything that is going on that we did not know? And one thing that you do say, people, let us not deceive ourselves. I am from Edo State. You understand it? There are people who are stakeholders in Lagos. You understand? And you must give them their respect. In whether you like it or not, you just have to respect them. If, for example, tomorrow, occasion warrant, maybe they integrate any person who is not a core Lagosian into the system, you still have to have your boundary.
Of course.
Because the time is coming, they would have to call you and tell you, we actually know your name.
We just welcomed you here.
We have you here. Because when you carry out some activities, the way you behave, they started tracing your route. And by the time they now call you and say, do you know what? You are being a Lagosian, but there's a clause. You are a Lagosian, your great-grandfather is coming. So they are telling you that because you are crossing some boundary. And crossing some boundary is some of our own trances. You understand? For me, I don't know who Obasa have been interacting with. Because sometimes, if you are not careful, like what I say, your reference group, if they can't tell you, you already agreed for them to tell your God, you know what? If you want to say this thing, you be careful. Let's just say in this room, but maybe we not talk this thing for outside. But if you not decide and say, anywhere I have opportunity, I want to say A, B, C, you're actually exposing your weaknesses. You're actually exposing your strength. You understand? Because the process of you exposing, in quote, the power that you assume you have, for me, you're actually telling me the weaknesses that you have. And one of the weaknesses which he has was, is not very careful on what he say.
Because on the day of the budget presentation, we were all there. I mean, we all saw it, the entire razzmatazz that came with it. But everything the then speaker said was written down. He read a speech. So it was already predetermined. It wasn't like the situation warranted his response. All of those conversation was already written down. The budget was made available to the public.
The budget was not secondary for him. And there's another thing that we will get back to you when we when you are talking to the governor, I do tell people, just yes, you are seeing the governor, you actually seeing the Lagosian, because every Lagosian cannot carry the budget. He is doing that on behalf of the government, on behalf of everybody in Lagos. So if you are insulting him, you are talking to him, if you respect him, you are respecting Lagosian, who tomorrow you are coming to seek their vote. If you are equally talking to him, maybe based on you have money more than him, you senior him, more educated than him, you are do a lot of things that assume you are equally saying those things to Lagosians. Like just like as I said earlier, if a king sends someone a message to you, the way you treat that messenger is exactly your respect for that king. So some of all these things that you say in the presentation of budget, imagine that when commander-in-chief go and present budget to National Assembly, Akpabio will now put the budget, now started telling him, you are a governor, I'm a governor, you were once a governor, I'm a governor, you were once
we've seen that before. Former Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, talking to Honorable James Faleke, saying that even your principal was my colleague when I was governor, referring to the now president. See, I understand where you're coming from. But how did it end?
How did it not end?
I mean, it's very
because
clear for everybody.
The issue that why people need to be careful is, you may commit a political mistake today, the consequence can be tomorrow. Okay. You understand? The consequence can be tomorrow, because they will pencil that and keep it. Tomorrow when you now come and say
you open your
you
file,
want to, they now say, is it not this person that was looking at us as if we are
so now
but one thing that I don't want us to just brush over is, I think till tomorrow the Lagos House of Assembly has been one of the most peaceful, vibrant, brilliant, as in that these are issues, Obasa is very, very strong in the house. These are issues in some other states. They will throw maize in that place. There will be serious chaos. Before they may succeed, but there's going to be a lot of a fight back. But the way they handle this thing maturely, I equally believe that even though assuming former speaker is in that seat, they will equally do the same thing, because it's telling you that this decision has been taken before that yesterday.
Perhaps that was why he didn't come to the house. I mean, one would expect that the opening session for the new year are running.
Why is he not here? Why is he not here on the opening session?
The speaker should be in the house.
Why is he not here in the opening? Why is he not here in the opening session? We show that the house, they feel that from the pulse of the stakeholder, the political environment, all is not well, and they will not want the house that from former Mamora, who was a speaker then, Ikoforije, just name them down to this house. There's a way the house used to be. We are not that we are rubber stamped to the executive, but we are not. We don't look down on anybody. But we don't try to raise some issue that you don't need them.
But Joseph, now let's step back to Edo State. About 2 years ago, the decision of the then deputy governor, that's our comrade Philip Shuaibu, to announce his decision to run for governorship, even against the wish of his then principal, the former governor, that's Godwin Obaseki. We talked about ambitions. As a man, You want to have ambitions. Even the president, when he won the election, said he's been preparing to be the president for over 30 years. This is his lifelong ambition. Is Obasa wrong, if at all, to nurse an ambition to become the governor of Lagos State?
Ambition is never wrong, okay? But you have to look at political environment. You cannot use the political environment in Edo State, that template for Lagos State. You cannot use the template in Lagos State for Rivers State. Neither can you use it in maybe Ekiti State or Ondo State. You have to be, every political environment has its own dynamics. In Edo State that you took us to, for me, it may not be communicated openly. The number one citizen of Edo State, not official, is the Oba of Benin. Is the palace. You understand? Whether you like it, that is what is going on in many of. It is only Oba that will be talking. They say, no, Oba is talking. No. But a governor can be talking. People will raise up and say, Mr. Governor, no, this thing do not work.
But when the Oba speaks?
But when Oba speaks, like the mouthpiece of the ancestors. So when you are a politician there, you need to be extra careful, understand the environment where you are operating for. Like what he did in the how do you call it, the inception of this second administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I don't think it will not be possible that Obaseki then or my current governor Senator Monday will send in a name list to House of Assembly. Then you just say, sometimes they will just say just bow and go. You understand it? Because if but you see a situation whereby then you send him, they bring them back, they send him again. It become like.
But is that not the work of the State House of Assembly? Are they not supposed to screen? I'm coming, Joseph. Are they not supposed to screen the commissioner? They are just nominees. They didn't bring them for ratification. Just screen them. Is it not the job that are supposed to do? If they find fault in your CV, if they find fault in your presentation, I mean, was Malam Nasir Rufai rejected on the floor of the House on the records that there are security petitions against him? Isn't this democracy at play? I mean, are we overlooking the status quo in the House? You bring names. If they don't align with the provisions of the Constitution or this individual, you don't think it fits into what is being pushed forward for, you reject them and they bring in other names. Is that not what should be the case, Joseph?
In this situation, that is the case. Okay. But I know.
You don't know what I know.
Okay.
You don't know what I know.
Okay. Some people know that there are some reasons. The reason I can present the reason why I'm rejecting a nominee, which people know that maybe the others say no. This is actually the reason why we are not taking this, confirming this this person. And not before you know what is happening, some of those things will fly out. You understand me? It will fly out. For example, do you know what it means that, for example, as a governor or as a president, I send a list to National Assembly for maybe a minister nominee. The National Assembly rejected the name, and I'm sending another list. Those names is still there.
Like that means that this is what
that normally what you would have done is, immediately I see that name before the time of screening, I will go and see the president. Mr. President, you send this name follow the first list. We rejected it, but can you? This is one-on-one before the next screening. Why do you send this person? Can I see? Politics is like give and take. Because if you don't do that, a day is coming you will need the support of
the executive.
They'll wait for you. You understand it? Because another thing that you need to know is, see, when you are in position, you are blind to a lot of things. Okay, that is, you are, because of your office, we isolate you from a lot of information. And any politician that is not information, like you didn't equip yourself based on what is going on in your political environment. In fact, the day the person will go, it will just be like what happened yesterday. You understand? Because just ask yourself, the first time that these people are resuming, the speaker is not there. How did they do? Who conveyed the house? Who say let us meet in
It's the clerk. The clerk conveys the house.
So mean that the clerk and the speaker did not talk. No,
the clerk conveys the house. The house, there are standing rules, and those rules must be followed.
And are you saying that those standing rules
yesterday was the 13th of January. That is about the third Monday in the year. And I'm sure that when they were going for recess in 2024, they knew that, okay, the house would have to reconvene by the 13th of January and the speaker would have to be there. But even if the speaker is there, there's a clerk of the house, there's a chief whip in the house, there's a deputy speaker, there are the majority leaders, the minority leaders, there are the house leaders. So once all of these people come together, decisions can be made.
Now, okay, let me, even here on this mainline FM, anytime you are traveling, and you know that you will not be in the show,
someone would have to stand in.
Okwe will be here, but not. It may not be Okwe. You understand? We show that you understand the political environment. Oh, I need to talk to the people. Oh, I'm traveling. Oh,
standing for me.
I will not be able to. I've talked to this.
Maybe the city yesterday was on the authority of the speaker, of the former speaker.
So Okwe, so you will look for a person that cannot take care of your blind spot, to go there and help to, like an undertaker. Is not it's
a political suicide.
No, is not.
So
it's not. But the issue there is this: still go back. If I'm a speaker, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces is in town, and you know that this is his like
zone,
his
home.
You know that there's no person that is perfect. Let me even be around in case.
Let me align
so that in case if someone reports something to my leader, my president, I need a quick clarification from me. It's just for me with my escort in less than 30 minutes. I will be there and say, Mr. President, this is what they said. This is the one that I know. And again, if I have ambition to be, I have ambition to be president, to be governor of Lagos in 2027. Even though sometimes if it is a medical trip, I will shift it to when the president leave Lagos, when the president come out for Lagos. Possibly, I will equally infiltrate that place. Are you not a politician? Because I do say the politicians should know that in behavioral science, someone that say yes now, 5 minutes, so information can come and say, look at it before in 2015? Yes, should be 2015 now. 6 months to that election that showed the exit of
Jonathan.
No, Baba Ambody. 6 months to people, nobody will see.
You won't get the
ticket. 6 months to that very election. I think it's always like between 3 to 4 months. We just hear some information that they are going to have a direct primary no direct primary. Later they say the people that came from Abuja, they were now there, but we just hear that these candidates have emerged and this is the candidate. So initially from Abuja they announced that they will learn that there's no candidate. That there is a candidate. Which tell you that it is not only Gaza that will have volatile environment. The politics is equally a very volatile environment that you need to always be on ground. And equally make sure that if you're a politician, you don't have that skill of infiltrating. You're on your own. And infiltration means you have to be very, very nice to a lot of people. Even till tomorrow, give it to the current president for him to start building his political dynasty from Lagos down to the southwest, then moving, before you know what is happening, almost everywhere, Jagaban. He showed that he was very, very in tune with the political environment, and you need information. You need information for you to know where you want to match your leg, so that you not match banana peel.
So now, I mean, I don't know about the criminalization of the impeachment, the allegations of some misappropriation, and it just didn't start today. There's been accumulation of all of these issues, but what next for Mudashiru Obasa? I mean, it feels awkward because for the past maybe 6, 7, 8 years, it's been Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa because of the speaker. But I mean, it's not like there was change in guard in the sense that, oh, let us zone the speaker to this place. No, it's an impeachment, which is an indictment on his personality. What next? Politically, where do you think the pendulum will swing next? It's not in Nigeria, as we heard. People are saying that if he steps into the country, the whole allegation could be criminalized. Is this the end of this whole conversation, Joseph?
Well, I don't know what those that carry on the, who knows whether EFCC or any of the policing agency have a petition before them, because if an individual or a group of individuals can decide to do a petition to any of them, and they want to look at it, and for us to ask him, please, Mr. Man, can you come, let us find out some question about in respect of so and so petition. And for me, I will equally advise him to, or those that are very close to him, before he jump into any of his plane and started coming to Nigeria, he should maybe make sure that he pour a lot of cold water from that very place down here. That okay, do you know what? My vision is doesn't want any crisis in Lagos State. And again, you equally give it to the policing agency, particularly the police in Lagos. They are only up to their tax, because when some individual reason best known to them, they want to do something, the police were there to actually quickly take care of the situation.
But I mean, Joseph, you can't send a man away from his people. The people of Agege constituency voted for Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. He would have to come back and represent them in the Lagos State House of Assembly. It's a constituency he holds super dear to his heart. He's representing them for how long now? I think about 4th term in office as a member of the House of Assembly, if I'm not mistaken. And this really is his 3rd term as Speaker. So that is his zone. So if you say before he comes back he should wet the ground, isn't that sending him away from the people that he has sworn to represent in the House of Assembly? The fact that he's not Speaker doesn't mean he can't still represent the constituents.
Some of those comments that he made in the House of Assembly, did he consult his people before making those comments?
You can't say. He may have. Yes.
Okay. Then the people should join to face the consequence of some of those statements. God, they would have advised him on the contrary. You know, see, there are some things in my own side. I'm a traditional person. There's something that you in my own side that maybe you want to make a speech in my place. By the time you started calling my father as maybe the family name, you understand it. You call my family name, you call another of my friend's family name, you call another person family, you call another. They will ask you, this conversation when we they talk, how manage you? If you are calling my name because you are seeing me, oh Joseph, but by the time you are calling my family, not even my father, the family name. Like the way it was mentioned, the question, why are you calling these people name? It means that you are telling them, okay, let me not say what the way we say it in my own side. The issue is calling any family name. It has its own implication. Forget about, the challenge that we do have is some of our Gen Z. They will say, is it not a name? Is it not a B? See, we cannot divorce ourselves for our primordial sentiment. You cannot. There's something that you can say in New York, in UK, they will just clap for you. But you say them here, they will tell you this thing you are saying to us is an abomination. You'll be like now, maybe with this, what is going on now, asthma, stroke. There are a lot of people in UK, US, Canada. Their girlfriend just walk into their house. They give them flower, nice flower. Are you telling me maybe now that I am broke throughout the month, then you just carry flower? The boy may just carry the flower and use to flog your head. Why the other person there is thanking the lady that, this is a nice flower. But here, a man that is thinking of drink
how to do all of those are giving me flower.
We collect the flower and use it to maybe stone you and say, will you get out of? So you must understand the environment that you are
So, I mean, we're almost done with this conversation because we'll be due for our first break by 5 o'clock. Then we'll come back. We'll just, wrap up on the police conversation and we'll open the phone lines. Joseph, the messages I have on our social media platform, I hope we'll be able to take all of that. And the phone lines have been buzzing as well, but we'll try to attend to them as much as we can. But on the final note, is it safe to say at this point that this impeachment has nothing to do with legislative responsibilities or duties? I mean, from all of the things you've said in the past 50 minutes or thereabouts, it looks like it's a case of you stepped on the wrong toes and you had to go for it. It's not really like his credentials was questioned, his law degree questioned, his family history questioned. It's not just about that. It is basically an issue of, hey, you've disrespected the governor, you said quite a lot of things, and you just have to go for it.
If you are disrespecting the governor, you are disrespecting Lagosian. If you are disrespecting the governors, you are equally disrespecting the people that the new speaker go and visit, because those are the people that actually, when Obasa want to become a lawmaker, he met a lot of stakeholders, and I believe among those people that the speaker visited, yes, he will meet them. So why not? If let's assume before that speech, before the presentation, you can even meet them and push all those narrative. You push them before. I don't think if you knock at their door and say, okay, do you know what, this wonderful stakeholder, I wish to meet you in my channel, or where will I meet you? Either their secretary. When he get there, you read those things. Read them before them. That is at their closest. They will not say, okay, if that is the case, okay, we learn a lesson now. They can just quarrel and settle it there. But we are talking of the governor presenting a budget.
It's a big day.
A budget that will move Lagos State forward. Then the only thing you now do is to put the budget aside. Then we go to history, biography, and the rest of them. Is funny. But what I'm saying is this: politics is a volatile environment. You understand? It's a volatile environment. One, you need a lot of humility. Look at your governor, the current governor of Ondo State, Okpe. If they tell me that man will be able to succeed and continue for where late former governor stopped, then now come back and contest for governor, the man have every opportunity to make him to flare up. Everything was like they were insulting.
Deputy governor was prevented from seeing
everything, but he was calm because he know that political environment, politics is a volatile environment. Just what you say, okay, even though they say like, why do you say this? Quickly go back to former president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Jonathan, as a governor, as a deputy governor in Bayelsa State. In fact, impeachment or no impeachment of his boss, he would have been so ambitious, but the man was calm. At the end of the day, before you know what, he become a governor of that state. Then
vice
president. That one was hot across the world. Until it is the people now say doctrine of necessity. He say, let this man, you must swear. Not that he's how do you call it, is a daft, but you know that political environment is a volatile environment. It is not what is happening. They want to see what you are going to say. Jonathan was calm. At the end of the day,
he became acting president.
He become president. Then he now go for an election and
still won.
He won. The one is supposed to go. He now say, okay, do you know what? My ambition did not want the blood of anybody. And today, Jonathan can go to any part of the world. You have to. Yes, you have aspiration. You have ambition. You must manage it.
So, I mean, it's safe to say at this point that according to Joseph Fᴜʟᴜ, my guest in the studio, it's safe to say that the impeached speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, did not manage his ambition. Well, Joseph, when it was the turn of Edo State, and when you were talking about Comrade Philip Shuaibu, and you said, oh, any man can be ambitious. You said it's not the same political terrain. But the most important thing is that we have a new speaker in Lagos, and she had promised that Lagos would have equal representation. She had also promised that everyone's opinion in Lagos would count. And that is Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda from Apapa constituency. Well, let's see the next couple of days.
You know that
Joseph.
I'm always consistent, even in Edo State. I told you then that the way Philip is going, Philip, I know people very close to him, that he need to sit down and see whether he's actually managing his ambition very well. Okay, as I am today, I will never be so drunk or so happy as say I want to fight with a city governor. You know, except the governor did not know, he didn't consult widely. You can't fight a sitting governor, especially a governor that have the last that's the third term. He can't go for. So he can in fact he go seek every other thing around him. You understand? Obasike tomorrow is a 2-term governor of Edo State,
across 2 political parties.
Yes, so
historical.
See. I was telling someone, I say, I want to see if they want to prove Obasike. I've been telling you, prove Obasike. EFCC cannot. They are not cerebral.
I know. I'm going to disagree with you on that. You know, the former governor, he gave a press conference. No, not a press conference, like an interview prior to the swearing of Senator Monday Okpebholo, and he talked about the fact that he has over 2,000 documents to defend every time he spent while in office. I don't think he can be proved. Everyone can be proved. Okay,
you can't.
The anti-graft agencies have the constitutional power to look into every book.
They can look into. You know why? Why we advise them? Apart from the last 1 year, the last 1 year of Edo State governor, Dr. Philip was the operational head of Edo State.
So
I want to see how you are going to probe Obasike, then you isolate Philip. Even now, the issue of returning of some of the properties, Philip said that he did not return anything, which means that start from him. Has he returned his
Joseph, we are due for break. When we come back, I will pick your calls and also read your messages, and I will quickly talk about the needed reforms within the Nigerian police force. Well, in case you're just joining us, it's the Station Room. My name is Okpeyemi Akana. My guest on the show today has been Joseph Fᴜʟᴜ, and it's been an amazing time on radio. I want to really roll over very quickly. We've talked about the issue in Lagos. We have a new speaker. They said there's a new sheriff in town, but of course the very first female speaker that the Lagos State House of Assembly would produce. Let's see how we go from here.
That woman, you need to go to the House of Assembly. The woman is,
I think, she's loved.
Appearance, you know that this is a woman that is properly brought up.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
As the years they go, we dey work for dough. Some days it's fast, some days it's slow. Many highs and lows, but we carry go. Nothing go stop our doing so. Now the night just spirit, yes we move. With family, there's love at home. We know say Christmas, it don't come over. Blow the trumpet, it
hello, I go. Everywhere you go. Everybody go lo. We go enjoy.
So make we celebrate. It's a yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. When you hear the bell, everybody celebrate. It's a yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. We do it anyway, any place.
Disconnect from distractions. Go make a difference this season. Merry Christmas from MTN.
From the bustling streets, the vibrant beats, this is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Your home for music, talk, news, and everything Lagos. Mainland Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? Eh? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
As the years they go, we dey work for Joe. Some days it's fast, some days it's slow. Many highs and lows, but we carry go. Nothing go stop our doing so. Now the night just spirit, yes we move. With family, there's love at home. We know say Christmas, it don't come over. Blow the trumpet, in parampe.
Hello, go, go, go. Everywhere you go, go, go. Everybody go, lo, lo, lo. We go enjoy,
So
we
make we celebrate. It's a yellow, yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. When you hear the bedroom, everybody celebrate. It's a yellow, yellow Christmas, so we celebrate. We do it anyway, any place.
Disconnect from distractions. Go make a difference this season. Merry Christmas from MTN.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there is not. If there were,
In our quest to bring to the table issue-based conversation around nationhood and development, we have made 4 to 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday the perfect time to welcome you into the Situation Room as we continue to build the narrative about public service and accountability.
Mr. President, this Senate needs to know. Mr. President, this Senate needs to lend its voice to the plight of these people. Mr. President, there is nowhere I can say it except here. This is why I'm elected. If I cannot say these things on this floor, sir, I better resign and leave.
As elections give the citizens the chance to make their political decisions, constant demand for quality leadership from those they voted into office.
Look at us now, there is nothing, we are starving. Tinubu should please do something.
It's also important to having a Nigeria of everyone's dream. Join Ōpeyèmí Akínyòdé as it takes to task seasoned analysts, opinion makers, business professionals, and politicians on issues around politics, policies, governance, and leadership every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial Mainland 98.3 FM. We'll welcome you roommates as we discuss
the situations.
Of the House felt they've had enough of the Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, and today we have unanimously agreed that Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda Lasbat become the new Speaker of the House. So it was a resolution concurred to by all members of the Parliament, and so be it. And Honorable Fatai Mojid Adebola as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. And as we speak, all the principal position has been dissolved, and all the standing committee has been dissolved. So the House, as you can see, we have resolved to work together and ensure that we move the Parliament to the next level.
Thank you very much. I know that everybody wants to sing their seats in this conversation, but we'll pick as much calls as we can pick. But in case you're just tuning in, I must tell you for a fact that you've missed the first part of the show from 4 to 5 p.m. and we focused on the impeachment of the former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa from Agege constituency. It was impeached yesterday morning, the first sitting for the Lagos House of Assembly year 2025, and it was immediately, because they said there can't be vacuum in governance, so it was immediately replaced by the member representing Apapa constituency, Right Honorable Mojisola Miranda. She was at some point the chief whip of the House, the deputy speaker of the House. Now she has become the first female speaker for the Lagos State House of Assembly. And I've been joined in the studio by Joseph Folorunsho, a criminologist, a professional guidance and counselor, and a law administration practitioner. He is also a friend of the house. Well, he's a journalist, like you know, and we've just looked through that conversation, the politicization of the impeachment, the fact that maybe it's on the basis of inability to discharge your duties respectively as a speaker. Perhaps, according to Joseph Folorunsho, you must understand the terrain of every political activity going on around you if you are a politician. The next couple of days, weeks, months perhaps will tell us what next for Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. But the most important thing is that he still has the mandate of the people of Agege constituency in the Lagos State House of Assembly. He's just stopped being the speaker. He had not stopped being the House of Assembly member. I think that context would have to be put well. And this is not the first time. We've seen the Senate president become a floor member. Senator David Mark, when the APC took over and Bukola Saraki became the Senate president in 2015, Senator David Mark was one of the oldest serving senators. But he became a floor member. He became a distinguished senator on the floor of the House, even though they made him the leader of the Senate. But of course, from the president of the Senate.
There are circumstances. There are different circumstances. The one, what happened there was not the one. Say,
it was a party switch. PDP lost and then the APC came in.
Not the one that
like
my action or inaction caused it. See, for you to be a speaker of Lagos House of Assembly,
Joseph,
you need to guide it jealously, extremely jealously.
Let's speak a lot of calls and also read a lot of messages. I'm not sure if we're going to slip into the police conversation today because we have a lot of responses and feedbacks to take. But don't forget that by 5:30 the Sunset News on Mainland FM would come through, and by 6 o'clock would come back to give you the Tuesday edition of Sports Cruise live on Mainland FM. We have a new manager, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and he's speaking tough. He said he always supported the Super Eagles. He used to have the national team jersey of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's see how much success he's going to be able to bring. 2 years deal. If he qualifies the Nigeria for the World Cup, he gets another 1 year. There's also the Australian Open going on strong. The big boys killed through yesterday. Novak Djokovic, the world number one, Yannick Sinner. All of them are still very much in it. And the former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury announced his retirement from boxing for the 5th time yesterday. But all of that will be by 6 o'clock when I come back for Sports Cruise.
No, I'm not a sport person. But quickly, since the sport industry started coming down, is when I'm forgetting the tournament now, where almost 80%, between 70 to 80% of the players are from Midwest. That's those states from
Southwest.
You had Midwest, now that Edo State, now that, let's say Bender State. It was, but when you now tell this issue of now they put federal character, you want to play match, person must at the end of the day will come this call home goal.
Well, so, talking about own goal, the first comment on Facebook by Atondaka Samuel said own goal, in reference to exactly. Very interesting, right? Darlington Obogo says Obasan's removal as the Speaker of House of Assembly is just because of his 2027 governorship ambition. Full stop. Mr. Joseph keeps us spells born wherever he's on set. More grease to his elbow. Darlington from Okokomaiko. Enjoy your evening. Okay. In between, I also put in your calls. But if Ifeoma Francis says, I knew Honorable Obasa will be dealt with as he's showing interest in the Guba election come 2027. Why now that they are digging into the finance of the assembly? Well, he has served enough. 10 years, no be my mind. Okay, that is